Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Springbok press conference. Currently, Orange is on his way down at the moment, so please just be patient with him. But for now, Thomas du Toit is up at the top table. Just the format of today is we will take 20 minutes of questions for these two gentlemen, and then we'll have Faf de Klerk coming in for the last 10 minutes, and his quotes will be embargoed for Thursday, as it's a media-free and training-free day for the team. So while Gertley makes his way down, please just also, when you do ask a question, guys, can I please just ask that you ask one question so we can get to as many people as possible? And if there is time for a second question, we will accommodate that. So here we go, there's Gertley. So without further ado, let's take the first question if there's any hands raised. Any takers? Ati?
Afternoon, Zina. Afternoon, guys. Afternoon, colleagues. My question will be directed to Peter. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Guys, any other questions?
Can you hear me?
I think I was spoken my mic. Can anyone hear us?
Dino, we can hear you. Ati is trying to ask a question. I'm not sure if you can.
Hi guys. Oh, hi guys. Sorry, the volume was off.
Okay.
You know the drill. Just lift your hands for questions, and they'll be up for 20 minutes, and then after that we'll have Faf up for 10 minutes. So yeah, Ati, you can ask your question.
Okay. Afternoon again, guys. My question will be directed to Peter Steph. Peter, I just wanted to ask, from your perspective, looking at how France have progressed post the 2019 World Cup, how do you sort of judge them right now and just what they will be bringing on the weekend?
Yes, France are on an extremely good record at the moment. They've won 11 of 11 games. So for us, it's going to be quite difficult to match them up front as well. You can see their forward pack. I think it's the heaviest forward pack in the rugby at the moment. So we've got to make some good plans. We normally just lie on brutal strength and our physicality. I think they're going to match us there as well. So we'll definitely make one or two other plans that will hopefully work for us on Saturday.
Justin?
Good afternoon, everybody. Gertley, Peter Steph. Gertley, this one's for you. Just in terms of that backline setup that we now see changes from that Ireland game, yourself, Cheslin, Willie. Willie obviously brings a lot of experience. I mean, sort of what are your expectations personally of that French opposition, and what are you guys looking to exploit come Saturday?
Yeah, we've been preparing well for France. I think we know they're going to kick a lot. We've been focusing on a lot of receiving a lot of kicks. So I think we're well prepared, like you said, with Willie's experience and Cheslin's experience. They're helping me a lot. So yeah, I think what we're preparing for, we must just take it to them.
Question for Peter Steph. Congrats on a good game in Dublin. Just how are you feeling about your game, and do you feel you're building towards getting back to your best form?
Yes, it's been a difficult season so far. It's been ups and downs. Had a few niggles around the middle of the season, and at the moment I'm feeling quite good. I had 4 weeks fresh in the body and spent some quality time with the family. Yeah, at the moment I'm feeling quite good. We harder training, and the thing about rugby is and getting your own performance better as well is getting minutes behind your back on a training field and on a playing field. So at the moment I'm lucky enough to be able to do that, and hopefully on that it will just get better and better.
Justin, is that another question?
Yes, please, Zina, if I can just get Peter Steph in Afrikaans. Peter Steph, vir jou, soos jou eerste antwoord, miskien net wat jy hulle verwag as 'n span vanaf die Franse span. Ons weet hulle is 'n baie fisiese span, is 'n span wat nou 11 oorwinnings gehad het. So net julle verwagtinge van die Franse span kom Saterdag.
Ja, as jy gaan kyk, die Frans is op die oomblik op 'n goeie wenrekord. Hulle is hulle voorspelers is die grootste voorspelers in wêreldrugby, grootste en zwaarste voorspelers in wêreldrugby op die oomblik. So vir ons gaan ons vat om 'n paar nuwe planne te maak om ook maar 'n bietjie uit te daag op plekke waar ons dink hulle nog nie uitgedaag was nie. Dus jy gaan kyk ook hoe hulle speel. Hulle speel baie om hulle forward se energie te bou. So ons sal maar rondom dit moet werk en planne maak rondom dit ook.
Guys, for our international media, he basically just asked the same question of France would what challenge they would pose, like they did, but just in Afrikaans. Mike?
Peter, Steph, just in terms of the forwards, you guys have had some really good performances over the whole year as a pack, and it went quite well in Dublin. Just how do you guys feel you're building as a pack, and are you finding that perhaps some of the opposition kind of know what to expect from you, particularly at mauls, and you've got to sort of come up with a few more tricks? Just in general, how's the pack feeling, and what do you have to do anything a little different?
If you look after this weekend's game in Dublin, we're quite disappointed. They didn't do what we said we were going to do, or they didn't stick to our plan that we were supposed to do on the weekend. So, but the environment in the forwards are always good. We always try to be better and make new plans and work on new skills as well. So for us, we're trying to improve this weekend and definitely get the vibe better and for us going this weekend as well.
Ross?
Thanks, how's it, guys? Curtly, over the past weekend, Australia caught France out a couple of times with some good running rugby from broken play. So have you guys sort of had a look at that game and noted a few weak areas in the France defence there? And is that something that you guys might be looking to exploit this weekend, maybe with a bit of a running rugby when you guys get the ball?
Yeah, no, definitely. We know, like Peter Steph said, they don't want to tire their forward, so might look for the running option, and yeah, we want to exploit them on the outside. So,
guys, let's take a few questions from the floor because stuff will be coming in embargoed with you. Any questions?
Coach who's very familiar with French and is his knowledge of French scrum. Is knowledge useful as well? French scrum Saturday.
Yes, I think the knowledge that Don learned here in France, he took it, he brought it to us when we were in South Africa. So you can see since Don joined us in the Springboks, we almost have like the same approach that he had when he was playing. So that's the way we want to focus on the scrums as well. So I think a lot of the learning stuff we got from France, we try and implement into our personal game as well.
We probably faced Charles Olivon again. He made a big game against Australia. He went 9 out, ran with the ball. Think about this player.
It's an unbelievable player. There's a lot of good skills, quite fast as well. Very physical. So I think the way the France loose trio play as well, they complement each other a lot. Each one plays differently. I think that's what makes them so dangerous. There's one guy that carries big, one guy that steals the ball, and the other guy that do all the hard work and no one normally sees. So we've got to make sure we can handle them.
Steve, can the box fix the driving mode?
It's something we focus a lot on. As you see, teams in the past, they've also figured out some ways to stop us. They come up with some new tricks, stuff we didn't experience in the past. So I think the more new tricks and more new stuff we experience from teams that are trying to stop them all, the stuff we'll more be able to adapt from that as well. So hopefully, the more stuff we experience, the more we'll be able to adapt from that as well.
Steph, you played a very big role last time South Africa. How much has the French team changed in terms of what you said?
We spoke about it this morning. I'm speaking under correction now. I don't think there's one player, the same team since we played them in 2018. So it's a completely new, different team. So yeah, it's they play completely different. Their style is different. Like we said in the beginning, they've got big players, they've got fast players as well. So I think they've got a good combination. For instance, we the scrum half will, for instance, do a lot of more pressure work than normally the forwards would have done because they're trying to save their energy. So it's stuff we need to focus on.
Quickly, how excited are you prospect of playing France? I mean, first time playing France. I mean, I think it would apply for a number of guys, even though there are 13 survivors from the 2018 team. But just for you, how big is that occasion to play for against this very good French side?
Yeah, like Peter Steph said, they haven't lost 11 games, so I'm really excited. Yeah, really looking forward to them because it's my first time, like you said. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and yeah, hopefully, continue it.
What's the biggest lessons that you've learned so far on this?
That the games goes quickly. You can't let a mistake. Can't think too much about the mistake, so you have to focus on the next job. And yeah.
French kicking coach is here with the button. Does it remind where you are using the game to apply pressure and it make it easier for you as you all know very
Yeah, no, I think yeah, I think we will handle it because we also have a good kicking game plan. So I think, but I don't think on the day things might change. So we must be up for it. Whatever they bring, we must just adapt to whatever they bring in. Must be ready for it. Yeah.
Speaking of Antoine Dupont, he's one of the standouts, especially in terms of how he's driven kicking game. Australia short last week, put in a number of teams short. What I'm expecting from him, and it also is the ability to just turn to knife down the blind side.
But we know he's squeak around the rocks and he likes to kick, like you said. He's also physical. But I think we mustn't give him that much space. Put a lot of pressure on him, and yeah, see from there.
Steps there enough fuel left in the tank to deliver the best 80 minutes next 3 games.
I believe so. We look, like I said, now I had 4 weeks off 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. A lot of the guys had a few weeks off, even the guys in South Africa. So I don't see any reason for us not to be able to perform. We're supposed to perform. I think a lot of the guys have to go into the union rugby again this end of April finish. But again, they've got, I think in February they've got a few weeks off as well. So I think the guys are working towards the end of their seasons, and you never know. Hopefully, there's a bit more energy for us to pick it up. And that's something we did lack a bit last week, and there's a bit of a vibe on the field. So I'm sure we're able to fix that as well.
I think finally from my side, how much pressure are you guys now under to produce a result like that? You guys didn't win last week, even though there were periods of the game where there were opportunities.
Yes, that's right. We didn't use the opportunities we were given. And we of course, there's always pressure on each side playing Saturday. So we definitely feel a bit of pressure, but of course, we've been there in the past. We know what to do. Our game plan helps us to perform under pressure as well.
Thank you, guys. Will you just go to